Hey, how's it going?
Hey teacher,
Hey, how do I pronounce your name, my friend?
Honieri,
Honyeri.
please.
How's it
Yes.
going? My name is Farhan. I'm from the United States. Where are you from, Ronyeri? Ronheri.
I'm from Brazil.
You're from Brazil. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Welcome to my class, man. I have a lot of Brazilian students actually.
yeah,
What
great.
part of what part of Brazil?
Uh, uh, the south part of Brazil. Yes, the
Rio
south.
Rio Plata do Sul or Rio do Sul or something like that?
Oh yeah, Rio de Sul is near here. Have you ever been in Brazil?
No, I've never been there. I just I've learned a lot of these words from my friends, from my students in the who are from Brazil. They say one of them is from Recife, another one is from Rio de Janeiro, another one is from Sao Paulo. So I have students from everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, actually.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
great. So,
How long have you been studying English on Colingo?
well, I'm calling it for a long time, actually, since the beginning of this year.
At the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's great. So it's been a few, maybe
Mm.
7, 8 months or 9, 10 months. That's great.
Yes, yes.
Nice. It's your first time in my class, though. I started teaching in July, late July, so it's been about 2 months for me. 2 months teaching on
Great.
this. Yeah, great.
Are you
So,
enjoying?
oh yeah, I love this. I've spoken to so many people from all over the world, and it's been a great experience. The I wanted to ask. You about your weekend. Did you have a good weekend? Did you do anything interesting?
Or, oh yeah, yeah. I'm on vacation, and then everything's doing okay with me.
That's
Yeah,
great. That's
yeah.
yeah. You
Here,
can go ahead. Go ahead. You can keep talking.
I would say that here there is not so much to do. There is not. So basically, uh, at weekends, I basically just just just go to learn English by myself, and then
Nice.
because I'm not into go out, go to parties, things like
What?
that. I'm not. What?
No, I was gonna ask you. I'm sure you're into football. Football is a Brazilian uh, national
Yeah,
sport, right? So,
yeah.
but no parties, no crazy hanging out like outside.
Well, yeah, sometimes with some friends, but not all the time.
Not a lot, yeah. Especially, are you still in school or are you in like the high school, university level?
Yeah, I finished high school, and
You finished high
maybe
school.
next year, next year I will try to go to college.
Nice, fantastic, fantastic. Wish you the very best. I finished college 2 years ago now. So it's been really fun. I liked uh, I liked college, 4 years of studying, 4 years of a new experience. But after finishing college, you're in the real world. You know, everything is different. And for example, I'm working now. I'm living by myself. New city, new state, new part of the country. So it's interesting. You know, you do learn a lot, and it's something that I think we all enjoy once we reach that stage. But we have to work to get there, you know, which is good. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's great. So actually, Raniere, right?
yeah.
Raniere. Okay. So actually, Raniere, we're going to begin in a little bit. I'm just going to wait maybe 1 or 2 more minutes if there's somebody else that joins the class. But let's get started today. Oh, okay, we have Arthur as well. Hey, Arthur, how's it going, man?
Yeah, fine, great. How you doing?
Good, good. Where are you from, Arthur?
I'm from Armenia.
Armenia.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Are you from Yerevan?
yeah, I'm from Yerevan.
Nice,
But
nice.
yeah, but now I'm out of my country. Now I'm in United States.
Oh, which part of the U.S.?
I'm in California.
No way.
Yeah,
Like
you
like
are
so
the.
SoCal, like Los Angeles area?
Yeah, yeah,
There are so many Armenians there, man.
yeah. I know. In my city now, there's 1/3 are Armenians.
Oh my God. I
Yeah,
know, man. It's such
every
a
third people are Armenian.
great place. I love Los Angeles. I love California.
Where are you from?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Where is it?
Like near Chicago.
Oh, New York. All right.
Yeah. No, it's near Chicago.
New York, Chicago. So it's in New York or in Chicago?
No. It's near, so it's close to
Oh,
Chicago.
near. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand it's New York, Chicago. I didn't understand what you
No,
said.
no, no, no, no. It's close to Chicago, so I'm about 2 hours north of Chicago.
Oh, all right. How you like it?
It's cold, man. It's cold.
Really cold? It's here very hot. I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, inside it's okay, but other times it definitely is not. It's not an easy place in the winter. This place gets too cold for me. You know what I
You
mean?
have a snow, right? In the
I'm.
winter.
Well, I mean, it's fallen right now, but I was here last winter and it was crazy, very cold.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you just moved there?
No. I've been here for about a year and a half.
Year and a half. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
But you've been in Los Angeles also.
Yeah, I've visited Los Angeles. I've never lived in Los Angeles, unfortunately.
Oh, how long you stayed here?
How long have I been in? Oh, when I was in Los Angeles, I was there for
Yeah.
like two weeks or something.
And where you start?
I was in Rodeo Drive,
Oh,
kind of like Beverly Hills area. I have lots of
yeah,
friends. I have lots
yeah.
of friends from Iran, so all the Iranians are there.
Yeah, a lot of Iran people here.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah. Tons of Iranian people, man. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah. So
Armenians and
today I'm
Iranian.
moving from here.
Uh-huh.
Today I'm moving from Glendale City. I don't know you know that city or not.
Yeah, Glendale, I've been there before.
Yeah, and I'm moving to Hollywood today.
Nice.
Yeah, I take a room there, and today at 5 I will be. I must be there.
So it's 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock right now, right?
Yeah, 4 o'clock. Huh?
Are you gonna be able to go after this class ends? You're gonna jump to that? You're gonna go to Hollywood
Yeah.
right after this
Yeah,
class?
I just prepare my baggage. So I took a break,
Mm-hmm.
and after I will go there.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, welcome to class, Arthur.
Thank you.
And hey, Kwang, how's it going? How's life in Vietnam, my friend?
Okay, it's going fine. Okay. How you
Great,
been?
great. Things have been good, normal, just like yesterday. Nothing changed. Yeah. Hey, Haroon, how's it going?
Thanks, Guy. I'm fine. And you?
Good, thanks. Haroon, I think this is your first time in my class as well.
Yes, this is first time. Actually, Colingo is the first week, and your lesson is first time for me.
Fantastic. Where are you from?
From Istanbul, from Turkey. You know, maybe you heard of him.
I went to Istanbul just 1 month ago.
Are
Çok
you
memnun
sure?
oldum. Çok memnun oldum. Nasılsınız?
You've been in a lot of countries, man.
Yeah, I've been to lots of places.
Will you come back again?
Hopefully, yeah. I hope to come back. Türkiye çok seviyorum ya.
If you have a plan, I can. You can be a guest for me.
Aha. Biraz Türkçe biliyorum. Sadece biraz Türkçe biliyorum. But
Are you sure you are speaking very well? You are speaking like me.
no. I speak very little Turkish, but I love Turkish culture, Turkish. What part of Istanbul do you live in?
Yeah, Anatolian side.
Anatolian side. I was in Sultanahmet, Beyoğlu, and Aksaray, and all the different. I was in the historical places, and I also went to the more modern Taksim, Meydan. Lots of great places. Yeah.
I think you should come again, and I will show the other side of the Istanbul, maybe Anatolian side, maybe near to some place near the Bosphorus.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I would
think
love to, man.
I think you should come again.
I want to actually live in Turkey. Yeah, I'm sorry, Arthur. Were you saying something, Arthur? Sorry.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Bangladesh originally.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
so a small country in
How many
Asia.
languages do you speak?
I speak 4 languages.
And which is?
One is Turkish.
I speak, no, not Turkish, unfortunately. I speak Bengali, which is the language of my country, English, Spanish, and also Farsi, so the language of Iran. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but is there a lot of Spanish people in your country now? In Chicago?
In Chicago? Oh, yeah, lots of Spanish people everywhere, man.
Yeah, especially Los Angeles, but I didn't know there are a lot of people in Chicago also.
Oh no, tons. We have a very large Mexican population, a lot of good culture. A lot of Turkish people booted out here too.
I
Yeah,
know
Harun.
Well, do you have border with Mexico or not?
No. We are very far away from Mexico, but Mexican people have moved everywhere here, so lots of.
What your borders is like with whom?
Wisconsin doesn't border any country. We just border Illinois, Minnesota, and Iowa. So we have 3 states, just circles, But we are close to Canada, very close to Canada.
But there are a lot of Native Americans.
Native Americans, yeah, in the north, I think, in the north of the state, yeah, you can find them. Yeah.
You can find them.
Yeah, I haven't seen any, unfortunately, but you can find them in the north. Yeah, they have their communities in the northern part of the state. So,
just like here.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of states are like that. So, anyway, guys, great to have all of you in class. Let us get started with the lesson for today. So the lesson that we are going to be focusing on today in terms of the grammar, we are going to be looking at adverbs, right? So what are adverbs? Adverbs in English are words that are used to describe verbs, right? They tell you more about a certain verb, right? And in English we say that it modifies the verb, right? So for example, I can say, I ran quickly to school, right? Or I ran to school quickly, whatever. I ran quickly to school. I ran to school quickly, right? Quickly is the adverb. It is describing how I ran, right? It is describing whether or not I ran slowly, quickly, all those kinds of things, right? And you can use adverbs in many situations as long as it's associated with a verb, right? So for example, the baby cried loudly, right? The baby cried loudly. It wasn't a soft kind of cry, no. Everyone could hear it, right? The baby cried loudly. So what's interesting about adverbs in English is usually when we look at an adverb, we can tell that it's an adverb simply by looking at the spelling, right? So the spelling, most adverbs end in ly, right? So quickly, slowly, easily, happily, whatever, right? All these different situations, we can tell if an adverb is an adverb usually by the spelling and then also by what it's modifying, the verb that it's modifying, right? So let's see, Arthur, give me an example, man, of a sentence that has an adverb. You can use any verb, any adverb you want.
All right. Okay.
For example, use the adverb slowly. Let's use slowly and just make any example with it. Yeah.
Yesterday, no. Usually I drive slowly.
Usually I drive slowly. Fantastic. And you actually have 2 adverbs in that sentence. You have usually and you have slowly.
Yeah.
Right? So you got 2 birds with 1 stone. Fantastic. Harun, buyurun. 1 sentence from you.
Thank you.
Rica ederim abi, rica ederim.
Now in the midnight in Istanbul, so in 5 minutes I need to sleep slowly.
Okay.
But because of your warm lesson, I want to stay here. How can I say isteyerek, gönüllü, volunteer.
You will volunteer to stay here?
Yes.
Çok sağ ol abi, çok sağ ol.
Thank you for your warm lesson.
Thank you. Absolutely, you're welcome. So yeah, I am willing to stay here. I was planning on sleeping, slowly falling asleep, right? So Harun said I was planning on sleeping slowly, or you can say I was slowly falling asleep, right? I was beginning to slowly fall asleep. So that's another example of an adverb, right? Kwang, give me another example. You don't have to use slowly. You can use any other adverb you like,
Okay.
and you can give me a sentence.
Julia danced with her boyfriend beautifully because she is happily.
Because she is happily. What was the last part, Kwang?
Because she, yeah, is it correct?
So, well, we wouldn't. The first part was perfect, right? Julia is dancing with her boyfriend beautifully. That was perfect. The second part, however, if you say happily, then we need a verb, right? Because if happily is an adverb, it needs to be associated with a verb. So you can finish the sentence if you just add another verb to happily.
Okay, because she looked happily. She she she looked like happily. Is it correct?
In that example, actually, Kwang, it's not 100% correct, because if she looked, you can look happy, right? You can look happy. In this example, happily does not work as a way to, happily as an adverb does not work to describe looked, right? You can say, for example, Julia danced very beautifully with her boyfriend, and she looked very happy, for example, right? And she looked very happy. So you could tell that she was very happy when she was dancing with her boyfriend, right? So that's an example that we can use in this particular scenario.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. But we will see more examples, Kwang, as well. So if you see another one of these examples, and if you have a question, then let me know. And last but not least, Ron Yere, can you give me an example of another sentence with an adverb in it?
Yeah. I'd like to study quickly.
I would like to, what quickly? I'm sorry, Ron Yere?
To study.
I'd like to study quickly, right? Or I would like to study quickly. Maybe you have something after that you want to get to, maybe you don't want to waste time, right? So I want to study quickly, right? Fantastic. So we all saw in those examples that we saw from each other, we all saw examples of adverbs, right? Now, a couple other things about adverbs that are important, right? Number one, the adverb can also be describing an adjective, right? So it can also be, or I'm sorry, so it can also describe another adverb, or it can describe an adjective, right? So this is why English is a beautiful language, because it never makes sense, right? So you either hate English or you love English, or many people hate English because there are so many exceptions to the rule, right? So the first function of an adverb is it modifies a verb, which is what we just looked at. Another way adverbs work is if they modify an adjective or another adverb, right? So let's say you're talking about a baby, right? So earlier we said the baby cried loudly, right? In that example, loudly is describing cried. It's describing a verb, right? However, we can also say something like the baby is really cute, right? The baby is really cute. In that example, Arthur, what is the adverb in that sentence? The baby is really cute.
Really, teacher.
Baby what?
The baby is really cute. But yeah, Kwang got it, right?
Alright.
It's so really is the adverb, right? So if we say the baby is really cute, the adverb in that sentence is really, right? And Harun Bey, what is really modifying in that example? The baby is really cute.
Cute.
Cute, right? And what example is cute? Is cute an adjective? Is cute an adverb? Is cute a verb?
A verb?
No.
No. I'm sorry.
Sorun
It's adjective.
It's an adjective, right? So yeah, in this case, you have an adjective, and you have an adverb that is modifying an adjective, right? So the baby is really cute. In the previous example, we saw the baby cried loudly. And in that example, loudly as an adverb was modifying a verb, cried, right? So let's look at an example of when an adverb can modify another adverb, right? And this happens in particularly specific scenarios in English, right? So we have, for example, he drives incredibly slowly, right? Maybe you're talking about somebody really old, somebody who is very afraid of driving, right? You can say he drives incredibly slowly, right? Kwang, what are one of the adverbs in that sentence? He drives incredibly slowly.
Incredibly.
Incredibly.
Slowly.
Yes, both of those are. Yeah, so both of those are adverbs, right?
Correct, teacher.
And which one is describing the other one? Is incredibly describing?
Incredibly describes slowly.
Fantastic, right? Incredibly is describing slowly. So we can also use, for example, he drives really slowly, right? In English, we say really a lot, right? He drives really slowly. He drives really quickly. He walks really quickly, right? He studies very quietly, right? He doesn't make noise when he studies. He studies really quietly, right? So those are all examples. Raniere, give me an example of a sentence in which an adverb is describing an adjective.
Adverb.
So the example we saw before.
What is adverb?
Yeah, absolutely. So the adverb is, for example, a word like, let's say, really, right? And an adjective can be a word like cute, right? So, for example, the baby is really cute. That is one example of when we see an adverb is describing an adjective, right? The baby is really cute. The girl is really beautiful, right? So another one of these sentences in which an adverb is describing an adjective.
Like the woman is really talented.
The woman is really talented. Fantastic. What is the adjective in your sentence?
Talent.
Talented, right?
Talented, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the whole word. It's not just talent. It's actually the whole word, talented, right? And really is the adverb. Well done. Fantastic. Kwang, can you give me an example of a sentence in which an adverb is describing an adjective?
Yes. I'm very well. Thank you.
I am very
well. Oh,
I'm
well,
really
very good. Very good. Sorry. Very good.
so.
How are you? I'm very good. Very good means adverb modified for good is adjective. Correct.
Yeah, but
I'm very good.
But is very an adverb though, Kwang?
Yeah, adverb modified for adjective. Very good. Is it correct?
I don't think very is an adverb. But you know, let me look this up. Let me look this up because it is. You're right, my friend. Adverb is very is an example of what we call of an adverb of degree. So it works in this case, right? Very is describing beautiful, right? Or very is describing happy. I'm sorry, right? I am very happy, so it works. Well done on that, Kwang. I had to check first, but very good job. So yeah, the person is very, or I am very happy, for example, right? Harun Bey, give me an example of a sentence in which an adverb is describing another adverb.
The lady is fascinating, beautiful.
The lady is fascinatingly beautiful.
Yes, fascinatingly beautiful.
Fascinatingly beautiful. So we have somebody who is so beautiful that it fascinates you.
Yes.
People want to look at her, you know, because she is so beautiful, right? That's a very good way of thinking about it, right? She is fascinatingly beautiful. And Arthur, another example of a sentence in which an adverb is describing another. Actually, Harun, let me get back to you, man. I think I said an adverb that describes another adverb.
Sorry, I think I'm describing the adjectives, not adverb. So I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
Sorun
So
değil abi, sorun değil. Buyurun efendim, buyurun, buyurun.
Do you have another Turkish friends?
Oh, I have lots of Turkish friends.
So you are learning now Turkish.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you
Absolutely.
want, I can help you.
I know. I would love you to help me.
Please give me.
Sure. I'll give you some time. I'll come back to you. Let's go to Arthur. Arthur, an example of a sentence in which an adverb describes another adverb.
Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult, but I
Yeah.
think you guys will notice I love asking difficult questions. So, but if you need help, I can also, of course, help you. So let's think of an adverb, right? We can think of what did you choose last time? You said slowly, right? I usually drive very slowly, right? What about, so let's think of just one other adverb that we can use to describe slowly.
Extremely slow.
Yeah, fantastic. Extremely slowly, right?
Yeah, extremely slowly.
So what would be the full sentence?
I don't know. The turtle move extremely slowly. Or
Yeah, fantastic. The
Ah.
turtle moves extremely slowly, right?
Yeah.
So you're describing slowly using extremely. Wow, not just slowly, extremely slowly, like
Yeah.
super slowly. You know?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Exactly, man. There you go, my friend. Right?
There you go, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. California bound, baby, Hollywood.
Yeah. Dude.
All right, Harun efendim, buyurun.
I think my view thinks totally differently from each another.
What was the first part?
Let's change. People view things totally differently from each other.
Fantastic. People view things totally differently from each other. Right?
Yes.
Fantastic. What are the two adverbs that you have in your sentence?
Totally describing differently.
Fantastic. Aferin abi, aferin. Right? Well done. Very well done. Rica ederim. Rica ederim. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. You guys all did a great job. Let me just jump back to the lesson real quick, and I'm going to see if there's any other things that we can talk about, right? So we talked about first adjectives or adverbs describe verbs. They can also describe adjectives. They can also describe other adverbs, right? That's the first part. We can usually make adverbs by ending ly to an adjective, right? If we add ly to an adjective, it becomes an adverb, usually, right? Quick becomes quickly. Slow becomes slowly. Terrible becomes terribly, right? Happy becomes happily, right? Slow becomes slowly, right? These are all examples of how.
I'm sorry. Is that
Yeah.
right to say my sentence? I was thinking about it. Like the turtle moves extremely slow or slowly. It's not
Slowly.
correct to say slow.
It's not correct to say slow. No.
No.
No, it's not. The turtle moves extremely slowly.
Slowly.
Yeah.
And the way you wanna say, if you wanna say in a present, how you gonna say it?
The turtle moves. The turtle moves slowly. Or the
Again,
turtle.
slowly.
The turtle moves extremely. If you have extremely, then you have to have slowly also. And if you have just in the present tense, it would be the turtle moves slowly. So slowly is describing moves, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's an adverb that's describing a verb.
Adverb.
No, moves is just a verb. Exactly. Fantastic, right? Because adverbs come in three different flavors: either verb or adjective or another adverb.
All right.
That they describe, right? So great job with that, guys. And then let me see here. So we looked at other places. So adverbs really, they can go in many different places in a sentence, right? That's the second part I wanted to cover with you guys. You can say, for example, the cat moves very quietly, right? In this case, the adverb follows moves, right? Or the turtle moves very slowly, right? In that case, also we see the adverb at the end. In some cases, the adverb can come at the beginning of a sentence as well, right? One adverb that we usually see in this example that comes at the beginning of a sentence is something like suddenly, right? People usually say suddenly at the beginning of a sentence, right? Suddenly the thief broke into the house, right? Suddenly the rain started to come down very heavily, right? In that case, we have two adverbs, right? But suddenly the rain started to come down. Suddenly it started to rain very heavily, right? So many different examples, many different ways we can use adverbs and sentences to describe other situations. We are running out of time a little bit, but I wanted to ask you guys, do we have any questions about adverbs so far that we looked at in this class?
May I ask teacher? Does adverb modify for preposition?
See you later, Arthur. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kwang. One more time, please.
Yeah. Does adverb modify for preposition?
Usually, no. Actually, I don't think an adverb modifies a preposition, right? Because if you have prepositions are words like, let's say, by, on, in, right? So, what's an example? Did you think of something that maybe you thought was an example of that?
But I cannot remember. But I'm trying.
Yeah, let me know. I don't think usually they do, because it's usually another verb, that's the most common, and then another adjective or another adverb, yeah.
So,
Right.
I try one. She drive carefully to the highway. She drives carefully to the corner. Okay.
So see, if someone says, yeah, so that's a great example, right? She drives carefully to the corner, right? So in that example, what is the adverb?
Carefully.
And what is it modifying?
Drive.
Yeah, right? So it's a verb that it's modifying, right? But there are, if you think of an example that has, that you think may be an example of an adverb modifying a preposition, let me know, because I would like to know. I didn't know, for example, that very was an adverb. I had to look it up in in a book, and it said, yeah, very is an adverb of frequency or something like that, or adverb of degree, right? So yeah, always ask questions, guys. Same thing with you guys, Raniere and Harun. If you guys ever have questions, ask. Never hesitate. So Raniere, I really liked your question about the word talented, right? In this case, talented is being used as an adjective, right? Even though it's also the past tense of. Actually, is talented ever a verb? That's a good question, Raniere. I don't think talented is a verb.
Talented is not verb.
Yeah, it's just an adjective, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Raniere, I think talented is always a verb, or always an adjective. Excuse me, right? So even though it has an ed at the end, it doesn't make it a verb, right?
I think that talent is the name, and when you add the ed, it's adjective. There is no verb, so.
Exactly. I completely agree. Great job, guys. Okay, so let us jump to the article for today then, guys. And the article is a very interesting article. I like these articles because they're a little shorter and they have interesting ideas about the world and what we live in the world of travel. I was telling Harun recently, or just a couple minutes ago, that I visited his city about 2 months ago, and every time I fly, I like to see how things change for the consumer, how things are changing in terms of the level of service, customer service that is offered, right? It's always a very interesting experience for me. So let's go ahead and open that link, guys. At the same time, I'm going to screen share my screen so that we can all see what is going on. All right.
Also, Farfan, I think you are using the WhatsApp, right? You are using the Facebook, right? I add you. Can you accept, please?
Absolutely. Tabii canım. No problem. No problems.
I think you get the Turkish. I think you have no problem. You are speaking like me, so
Çok sağ ol abi.
you can add the one language. Now you are knowing the five language. I think not for.
5 tane abi, 5 tane. Dört tane yok. 5 tane. 5 tane biliyorum.
How did you learn the Turkish? Just visiting in Istanbul?
Well, I worked in Bursa for 6 months 2 years ago, İngilizce öğretmen in Bursa'da. And then I came back, and then after that I came back to the U.S. and I worked in the U.S. And then last 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago, I was missing Turkey a lot. I have a lot of friends in Bursa, Istanbul, Ankara.
Do you know the Antalya?
Antalya, evet ya.
Yeah, my hometown is Antalya. I'm living in Istanbul and work in the, maybe you know the BSH, the international company, the German company, as an industrial engineer. Now I changed my company. I'm working in Avaya Communication. Maybe you know the Avaya company.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
And I know the Bangladesh. I have a friends from Bangladesh because 3 years ago I was at Malaysia. I visited Malaysia and Singapore and Indonesia and the other countries. So I think you are so lucky. You learned Turkish in 6 months, and that's me not lucky. You are very smart, I think.
No. I'm not smart. I really like the culture in Turkey. I mean, Türk çay and baklava and Türk mutfak çok seviyorum ya. Çok seviyorum. Çok lezzetli. Türk mutfak.
Your pronunciation is unbelievable, you know.
Thank you very much. You know, I was walking around Istanbul and I would say to maybe a taxi driver, affedersiniz abi, Türkçe biliyor musunuz? İngilizce biliyor musunuz? And they would all be saying, İngilizce yok ya, Türkçe biliyorum ya. It's like they would tell me, why are you asking me English? You speak Turkish, you know. So, but I said, hayır, Türkçem çok iyi değil, çok iyi değil. Everywhere I went, Türkçem çok iyi değil abi. It's like, no, çok güzel konuşuyoruz, çok güzel. Buyurun.
So do you have any plan to come back?
Not soon. Maybe 6 months or maybe a year from now. Maybe I want to come back. So we'll see. I will let you know, Harun. I think it's going to be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I have lots of friends. I love Turkish people. Türk halk çok seviyorum. Okay. So let's go back to this article, guys, real quick. So do we have this open, guys? Kwang and Raniere, you guys all have it open?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty, guys, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now arriving the In Flight Storefront. Okay, the In Flight Storefront. With airlines netting millions from onboard sales of everything from food to travel packages, expect shop as you fly options to soar, right? Seeing a flight attendant trudging down the airplane aisle, peddling boxed meals or perfume off the duty-free cart reminds me of a movie image. Mia Farrow as the cigarette girl lugging that tray of smokes through a nightclub in Woody Allen's 1987 movie, Radio Days. Of course, the main responsibility of flight attendants is safety. But in recent years, airlines have been adding a lot more duties to the flight attendant's job, including increased responsibilities for selling things in the aisles, among them food. There is a financial reason. According to data cited by Guest Logics, a company that sells in-flight merchandising technology, global airlines will raise $46 billion this year from ancillary revenue other than from basic fares. About half of that will come from selling frequent flyer miles, mainly in deals with credit card companies. Checked bag fees account for 20%, but the other 30% is derived from onboard sales, including purchases of food and drink, retail goods, Wi-Fi, and in-flight entertainment, as well as revenue from travel package deals with hotels and others. At the Airline Passenger Experience Association's annual trade show recently, there was a lot of industry optimism heard about expanding in-flight sales, with airplanes as virtual storefronts. This is driven by the spread of in-flight Wi-Fi linked to passengers' own smartphones and other devices, as well as increasingly sophisticated entertainment systems at the seat. The good news for overworked flight attendants, I suppose, is that such optimism is driven partly by the rapid growth in consumer acceptance of self-service payments on the ground, from supermarkets and stores to swipe your card payment systems at parking lots, airline check-in desks, and hotel lobbies. The perhaps not so good news is that, at least from the airline perspective, there may be a whole lot more in-flight selling going on in general. Some airlines are looking at not only having the flight attendants as the retail channel, but also starting to look at in-flight entertainment systems as retail channels. Ilya Kostov, the Executive Vice President for Retail Sales at GuestLogix, said in a panel discussion at the trade show in Anaheim, California, "Sophisticated in-flight entertainment networks entertain passengers, but also engage them as consumers," he added, "and they will open their wallets." Right? So we can stop there, guys, looking at this article, and I think it's very interesting, right? What is the theme of this article? The theme of this article is really that we are moving from a world in which the storefront, the commercial venue, the commercial location, is now no longer the magazine inside the airplane, right? So if you fly on an airplane, sometimes you notice that the magazine in the airplane is really the only time that they mention, oh, by the way, you can buy a bag, you can buy luggage, you can buy this, that, right? It's now moving to something beyond that. Flight attendants are now increasingly, part of their job is to, when they are on the plane, once they take care of the passengers' food and beverage requests, they are now responsible for selling things directly on the flights, right? So it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? So we heard at the beginning of the article they were mentioning selling Wi-Fi, selling other kinds of things, like if you're making a phone call on a computer in your plane, you might have to pay for that, right? So this is what we call ancillary expenses, expenses that are outside normal, what you pay for your ticket, for example, right?
Farhan, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. Sorry. I
Sure,
just
no
want
problem.
you. Do you know the Pegasus Airlines in the Turkish company?
Pegasus, Onur, yeah, I know them.
Yes, yes. The Pegasus company's vice president make announcement about something from this issue. They said we are earning money, more money from the water and something like these commercial issues in the airplane. They are earning more from the tickets.
Yeah.
If they are earning money from tickets just $5, they are earning money $7 or $8 from these small commercial things.
And it's a multi-billion-dollar thing now, right, Harun? So
Yes.
this is adding up like crazy. I mean, if you look at just, for example, when I went to Turkey, I went on, Türk Hava Yolları, and
Yes.
I sat in Türk Hava Yolları, çok iyi servis, I mean, fantastic service, right, really good service, but, at the same time, the ticket price was a little bit more expensive, right?
Yes.
Turkish Airlines is much more expensive than, for example, Pegasus or Onur or these other airlines, but but the service was great, so they know that the service is going to attract the customers, right?
Yes.
So for me, that was the perfect example. Other airlines, some of the smaller airlines, so maybe, Raniere, in Brazil, you guys have, I think you have Gol Airlines, is that right, Raniere? Yeah. So these smaller airlines, right? How do these smaller airlines attract passengers in Brazil, do you think?
Well, I don't know. I just traveled on airplane just one time, but as far as I know, they do it actually. Yes, when I went from one place to another, they were selling goods inside the place.
Yeah, and they sell little things too. I mean, maybe now, I think if I was running an airline, right, I would tell my flight attendants, let's sell little things, like let's sell headphones, let's sell, like phone chargers, right? I mean, how many times on a trip do you forget little things like phone chargers, right? And especially if you're flying internationally, you might need to you might need an adapter, right? Little things. And in the 6-7 hour flight, for example, if I'm flying from New York to Sao Paulo, that is a 12-hour flight, or if I'm flying from New York to Istanbul, it's maybe a 7-hour flight. In those 7 hours, I have to be inside this plane. I can't do anything, right? And what a good time for them to advertise to me products that they want to sell.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of money doing, make a lot of money doing stuff like that. So let us jump to the questions that I had for you guys. I had a couple questions about this, and let's start with Kwang actually. So Kwang, do you think doing this kind of a business where you have the people on the plane, the flight attendants, are also selling objects, are selling items, do you think this will bring lots of money for the airline company?
Yeah, in general speaking, I think it's bringing a lot of money because people nowadays do business. Sometimes they are in hurry, they forget the stop, and and sell the stop something like a chart. It's very important for people to use mobile phone, laptop, okay. And should the flight attendant should sell the other stuff, such as a razor.
Yeah, razors, right?
Yes.
Yeah, little things.
Yes. And you can sell a lot of things. I think so.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think they can make that. Like we heard from Harun, he was saying one of the local airlines in Turkey, named Pegasus Airlines, they make a lot of money by doing this kind of ancillary on the side business, even after their tickets.
And
yeah.
And when you are in the airplane, you are trusting just two things. One is God, the second one is the pilot. So next time, I think the pilot will offer something us, when we are taking off. The pilot says, yes, we are taking off due to McDonald's. So I think it's gonna there because at Malaysia, the Asia, the Air Asia, I think it's so cheap, and there are no bus in the airport. You are walking the airplane, like a street. They don't give anything, but just they are giving the cheap ticket, But I think next time they will give you the some small things to earn more money.
Yeah.
So I think the airplane sector is very changing.
Absolutely. I mean, if I was flying, for example, Pegasus Air, and they came to me and they said, "Ayran istiyorsunuz?" I would say, absolutely, I want some ayran, right? Because I love ayran, right? I love ayran, Turk chai, all this stuff. But I can't get that kind of stuff, for example, if I'm flying domestically in the U.S. or if I'm flying even Turk Hava Yolları. They don't give me everything I want when I want it, right? Service is great, but they don't have a lot of the additional little things that maybe Pegasus has, because Pegasus wants that extra business, right? And that's why it actually makes it very interesting. So we heard from Harun that definitely this will bring in extra money. Example of Pegasus Airlines specifically. Kwang also thinks the same way, and so does Raniere. I have another question for you guys about this in-flight shopping. So let's say that you are on a flight, right, and you are definitely traveling on a budget. You don't have hundreds of dollars in your pocket, right? How open would you be to somebody trying to sell you stuff? I mean, for some people, they don't like to be confronted on a plane or on a bus or on the street with, hey, do you want to buy this? Hey, do you want to buy this, right? Because for some people, flying is an experience. They want to just lay back and sleep and relax and not have to worry about, oh, okay, now I have to buy my water or I have to buy my internet, or some people also believe that they don't like to be bothered when they are flying. So what about you guys? I mean, so Haroon, if you were flying, let's say, would you welcome some kind of this kind of attention that the flight attendants are coming to you and asking you if you want to buy something?
Actually, it depends on the time. If I'm flying to just 1 hour, I don't want to hear anything. I just want to sit and sleep and wait in the airport. But if I'm flying this from Istanbul to New York, it's 10 hours. So I'm just sitting 10 hours. It's not good. So maybe I can interest in something if they sell me. Actually, the another issue is it's about the airplane. If I'm taking the ticket very cheaply, I can yes, I can listen these guys what are they are selling. But if I'm paying the money for Turkish Airlines, I just want a comfortable flight and comfortable seats. That's it. And I'm waiting them. Please give me something and kindly don't sell me anything. Just give me the kindly. Please, do you need something like that? Because otherwise, I feel myself as a dollar, as a money. I'm not a money. I'm not a money. I am a people. I'm a human.
İnsanım, para yok.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Because when I'm sitting in the Pegasus Airlines seat, they are looking me at, this is the money. I'm not money, but when I sit in the Turkish Airlines seat, they are looking me. Yes, this is our guest.
Yeah,
so,
he's our guest, and we should treat him very, respectfully and deal with him like a guest in my house, for example.
Yes, this is so important, guest in the house, because you are flying with 10 hours and with the 300 people. So they have to make sure that in the airplane have to be as a house, not the bus.
Exactly, right. But Turkish buses are amazing. When I took a bus from Istanbul to Bursa, I went through like Izmit and some of the other cities, and they gave me like dondurma on the bus and like.
Yes, I mean, 5 years ago I was in New York. So when you compare the Turkey and USA, in this topic, yes, Turkey is more than in front, because in here we are not looking to relax. We are looking everything to sell more ticket. So they are giving a lot of things for you. What do you want? Please take ice cream, take something, take it cracker.
Soak soup.
Yes, cold water. But in the USA, I think the important thing is relaxing seat.
Take care, Kwan. Yeah, go ahead, Harun. I'm sorry.
So when you compare the USA, the one day from New York to New Jersey, I take the bus. I took the bus and 5 hours. Yes, the
service is horrible.
Nice, incredible.
Service is horrible.
The bus is so old,
dirty, smelly.
Yes, when I compare the Turkey, so in here it's so different, because in here we don't have any other tools to go somewhere, because in USA they are train, airplane, and other something. But in Turkey we just have highway, so we need a good bus. But now it's changing, I think, because now there is a lot of the new governments making a lot of airports. So I think next 10 years the bus will be dirty like a USA, because people changing the tool to travel from bus to airplane.
Olmaz abi. The buses will remain very nice. I think so. I mean, the service on the buses was amazing, Harun. Like when I was on the bus, right? They said, "Adınız nedir?" Ferhan. Ferhan, Musulman kardeşim, hoş geldin. I mean, they didn't even like. I didn't say I was Muslim. I am Muslim. I am Muslim, but they didn't say. I didn't say to them. I said Ferhan. Ferhan abi, hoş geldin. Oturun, oturun. And it's like, bring dondurma, bring soğuk su.
Did you see TV?
No, this was just on a bus.
Yes, yes. Now, in the bus, we have a TV on in front of all seats. You know.
Yeah.
You can like an airplane.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes. You can take your film in your USB and put the USB in your screen.
And just watch a movie.
Yes.
Fethi 1453. Just watching it. It's like,
Yes.
yeah. I love that stuff. I love that movie, right? Or Recep İvedik. I love that movie.
Really?
Right? Yeah, Recep İvedik is so funny, right? I saw when I was in Turkey 2 years ago. I think Recep İvedik 3 came out recently.
I think now we are two guys, so I can open the camera.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Recep İvedik is hilarious. I love that guy. Like so much of the Turkish garbage that I learned from him.
Really?
Just by watching
Actually, I don't like the Recep because it's not talking about the Turkish culture. So I hate. Yes, it's comic. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't like. I think maybe you heard of Cem Yılmaz, you know?
I don't know that one. No.
Cem Yılmaz is Turkey's best funny guy who is making
Hababam
the.
Sınıfı. Was he in the movie Hababam Sınıfı?
No. Hababam Sınıfı is different. Hababam Sınıfı is too old movie. No?
Yeah.
Maybe I can send you the link, the Cem Yılmaz. You can listen. I think you will kill yourself by laughing.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's so funny, you know, because recently when I came back from Istanbul, I was just trying to find a place. Like, can an American company, a British company, can they hire me? I would love to live in Turkey. Like, I really love the country, man. Like, every time, after I came back 2 years ago, I love Bursa. Yeşil Bursa, Yeşil Beyaz, Bursaspor, you know? I mean, you know, like, like I'm crazy about the country. Yeah.
I'm supporting Fenerbahçe, so I'm hating the Bursaspor because.
You don't like Bursaspor, yeah.
Yes.
Beşiktaş also hates Fenerbahçe, I think, right?
Yes, Beşiktaş, Galatasaray, and Fenerbahçe is three biggest team in the Turkey, so they hate each other. So.
Yeah. But I mean, I love the culture, you know. Everything, like, every day I woke up and I got Turk chai and I got like meneme and, like, you know, I mean, ayvalık toast. Like, I mean, the food is just amazing, and the culture is so warm and open culture, and, you know, I can learn the language. I think if I give myself some time, I can learn the language. So I'm really looking to see, you know, if I can live there or move there one day, because it would be a fantastic experience. But I know it's not easy. Yeah.
How did you make your English like that? You are speaking very fluently, very effectively.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Well, English, actually, I came to the U.S. when I was 3, so I've lived here for 20
really?
years. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
both of my parents live here also, but I was born in Saudi Arabia, and I moved here when I was 3. But my parents are from Bangladesh, so.
What's your parents' job? I think I wonder that.
My dad's a doctor, and my mom is right now she doesn't work, but she used to be a professor. So.
So you are lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's nice. There's a lot of great people here, and Turkish people, Burda, like Chicago. There are so many Turkish people, Turkish restaurants. You know, the culture is amazing.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Yes. I know. So are you using the Skype?
Oh yeah, I use Skype all the time. Yeah.
Okay, can you write down the Skype name?
Yeah, absolutely. Farhan, and then 3, 2, 0.
Now I'm adding you.
Okay.
And normally, what's your job? What are you doing?
So right now I'm a software manager, software engineer manager, but I am actually leaving that job at the end of this week, and I am going to be working for another software company. I'll be working for a startup in California, so I'll be moving to
Really?
that. Yeah, yeah, it's going to be really fun. But I mean,
Uh,
right now for me, it's just about gaining experience. You know, I want to gain experience, and if maybe 5, 10 years from now I can work for a company in Turkey, that would be amazing.
Also, I am an entrepreneur in Turkey.
Really?
Yes, I have two projects, and now I'm trying to find the guys who help me to my new projects for the software.
Hey, can I help? Can I help? I mean, like, yeah. Send me your information.
Yes, but you know now I'm looking the guy from India because the US guy is so expensive for me.
Hey, not for me. What do I don't have any expensive. Çok para değil ya.
Because I have a good project for the Turkey. Now I think it will be very nice. It will be very successful. But now I'm trying to obtain my team. Now I find one software guy who will develop the backside of the website. So now I'm trying to find another guy who knows something about the software architecture.
Yeah, I'm not that software background. For me, my background is in, you know, like doing a lot of stuff with project management and leading a project, you know, from beginning to end, stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. So project manager stuff I love to do. Software, I mean, I studied biology and history, so I don't have a software background. But I mean, I would love the opportunity to just live in Turkey and learn in Turkey and work in Turkey, you know. It's
that's nice. Maybe
yeah.
We can try together. Maybe I can find. Just I heard now it. I will.
Yeah, whatever you like, man. I would appreciate it, Harun, because I mean, right now it's just experience. I'm all about building experience. I don't care about money.
How old are you?
24.
Oh, you are younger than me. I'm 27.
No, that's fine. 24, 27, that doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, I like because we are talking about project management. I think it's the same for like me because I'm industrial engineer. So we are working the same title, you know. Now I'm changing my sector. I want to learn also Arabic because I will be a marketing export marketing expert in new company. So our customers in the Arabia, Saudi Arabia and Russia. So it will be very nice, I think, but I need to improve my English also. I don't know how can you understand how's my pronunciation. But
no, it's very good. It's very good. I think definitely if you have just started on Colingo, if you give it 6 months, I think you will be extremely proficient in English. I have no doubt. You know, if you come every day or every couple of days, a week, you know, once a week, if you come 2, 3 days, I mean, I've noticed improvements in other students, mind-blowing improvements, man. I mean, they went from the level where at the beginning they didn't understand a lot of the information. They were very nervous about speaking. You know, you don't have that problem, which is very good. Some people are very nervous from the very beginning, right? They just don't like to talk because they think if they talk, they'll make a mistake, right? And it's not the right way to think about it. I mean, you should be very open. I'm not going to do anything, you know. I'm just gonna laugh. I'm a funny guy, you know. So
because my first rule is that the mistakes, the God create the mistakes for the people.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
So you cannot afraid to making mistake. So it's I'm not that guy because it's not my soul, you know.
Yeah,
because,
no.
I say to you, I'm an entrepreneur. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, this is the first things you get used to mistake.
Absolutely, failure is the pillar of success, right?
Yes, because when you make something successfully, you didn't learn anything. You just successful doing something. But when you are making mistakes, yes, you are making mistakes, but you learn a lot of things.
Absolutely.
So in this age, if I have a two-way, one is making something successfully, another one is making mistakes. I choose making mistakes because the successful didn't teach anything me, don't teach
Yeah.
anything me. So
I mean, we're young. We're young. We have the time to make mistakes and still figure things out before we do the next big thing. You know, I mean, it's all about getting to that goal. So that's why I love startups, because all entrepreneurs, that's all we're doing. You know, I mean,
are you Muslim? Are you Muslim, right?
yeah. I'm Muslim. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's nice for me because, you know, I love all people. I have a lot of friends from Indian, from the South Korea, USA, Norway. But when I heard yes, I'm Muslim, my soul is very warm.
Yeah, no, it's fun, and you know that's one of the things I really liked about Turkey, because anytime people talk to me, maybe just like a simit seller, you know, in the road, right? Simit seller in
Yes.
the road comes to me, and you know I say, affedersiniz, ben bir tane simit istiyorum. Bir tane, you know, and he would give me, and he would say, you know, Türkçe, where did you learn Turkish? And I would say, oh, just picked it up, you know. I said something like that, and sometimes they would ask me Ferhan, or they would ask me my name. I said, you know, Farhan, Farhan çok aynı. I said, yeah, it's very similar. And then, you know, within the next 5 minutes, they would ask me, you know, they would start talking to me, Müslümanım? Evet, ben Müslümanım. Oh my God. Hoş geldiniz. Anything you want, come to my house, I will give you. I mean, just that level of hospitality is unrivaled in the United States. You know, like you don't
Yes,
you
I
don't
know.
get that. You know, it's people welcome you into their home like anything.
If when I was in United States, I always thought that if I lost my money, I can stay at the street because nobody opened the door for me. You know, in Turkey, if you don't have money, you can leave the 6 months. You know, and because there is a lot of guy, this is our children, this is the Muslims, we need to help them, we need to help. So because my big family, my father, my mother always says me, hey, when you saw the Muslim guys, please help, please help. Because
Yeah.
when you grow like this, so your mind is directly going to this. How can I explain this way?
Yeah, those efforts. I mean, for me, it was just different for me to get that experience, right? The people were very warm. My sister went to Turkey with two of her friends, and very similar way, you know, just extremely open, extremely open. You know, they saw three kızlar. Oh, what are these three girls doing? You know, the men would ask them, "Do you need anything? Are you guys lost?" You know, here, I mean, there are so many horrible things happening. You know, young people are afraid in some cities to walk out at night. And they were walking out in Bursa, Istanbul, you know, later at
No
night.
problem.
Yeah, no problem. Bursa was like, I mean, I still, this last time I went to Turkey, I wanted so much to take the Ido ferry boat from Yenikapı to Bursa, right?
Yes.
But I did not have the time, and I was so angry at myself because Bursa is just a different experience. Iskender kebab, everything orada. I mean, it changes everything. It changes everything.
You are so affected by Bursa.
Yeah. I love Bursa. It's the best city in Turkey for me. But I've only seen Bursa and Istanbul and Izmir. So I haven't seen Konya or Antalya or Izmir or
Okay,
Ankara.
okay, I'm giving you the promise for you. When you came to Turkey, please call me.
Okay.
I will show you this city, especially the Antalya and Konya, and because I have a friends from Konya. If I don't come with you, I can send you to Konya, and my friends pick up you, and they show you the Konya. Don't worry about it.
What is your favorite city in Turkey? Antalya?
Absolutely, Istanbul.
Istanbul, really?
Yes.
People, you know, so many people I've met in Turkey said Istanbul is so busy, so much traffic. They don't like Istanbul because of those reasons.
I think it's about brain, you know. If your brain is not suitable for the Istanbul, you don't want to live here because here is so mixed, so crazy, so fastly. So if you not get used to this movement. You need to go other side, because when you go to Antalya, when you go to the east of Turkey, there is nothing.
There's a room, van. Nothing there, yeah.
People always saying me, Istanbul has a big traffic, but in your hometown Antalya is don't traffic. I was saying that yes, Istanbul has a traffic, Antalya is no traffic, but you know why Istanbul has a traffic? Because there is something you want to go, but in Antalya there is nothing to go, so there is no traffic because of this.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's every day I think about, like, look at my room. This is a picture of something, and then that is a picture of Istanbul right there, the second one.
Oh.
It's a jami. It's a jami in Istanbul, right?
Yes.
And I have a carpet on the ground. It's from the Grand Bazaar right there.
Really?
Yeah. This little carpet. Sadece 50 TL.
So because you bought it very cheaply because of you learned Turkish, you know. If you speak the English, the guy
they would say 200 lira for this, right?
Yes.
I got it for 50 lira. Yeah, but no, it was fantastic. And Harun, thank you so much for speaking with me. I know we went for much longer, but I have classes every day now, okay? Her gün, her geç, every day, every morning also.
Every day in this hour?
Well, every day, not in this hour. 1 hour from now, I will have a class every day.
Okay,
so,
also,
yeah.
Okay. Also, can we stay in touch, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can stay in touch. You have my Skype. You can Facebook me, anything you want, man, anytime.
Now I add your Facebook address. You can please accept it.
Absolutely. Already accepted. Sorun değil.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Already, no problems. Inshallah, I'll talk to you soon, Harun.
Inshallah, my bro. I'm so happy to meet you. Okay,
çok memnun oldum. Çok memnun oldum.
It's very lovely to me, you know.
Ben de. Alright, man.
Geceler.
İyi geceler.
İyi geceler. Hoşça kal.
Güle. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, teacher.
Hey, how do I pronounce your name, my friend?
Honyeri.
Honyeri.
Yes.
How's it going? My name is Farhan. I'm from the United States. Where are you from, Honyeri?
I'm from Brazil.
You're from Brazil. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome to my class, man. I have a lot of Brazilian students, actually.
Yeah. Great.
What part of Brazil?
You can see. I basically just go to learn English by myself. And,
Nice.
Because I'm not into go out, go to parties, things like that. I'm not. What?
No, I was gonna ask you. I'm sure you're into football. Football is a Brazilian national sport, right? So.
Yeah.
But no parties, no crazy hanging out like outside.
Well, yeah, sometimes with some friends, but not all the time.
Not a lot, yeah. Especially, are you still in school or are you in like the high school, university level?
Yeah, I finished high school, and
You finished high
maybe
school.
next year, next year I will try to go to college.
Nice, fantastic, fantastic. Wish you the very best. I finished college 2 years ago now. So it's been really fun. I liked uh, I liked college, 4 years of studying, 4 years of a new experience. But after finishing college, you're in the real world. Everything is different. And for example, I'm working now. I'm living by myself. New city, new state, new part of the country. So it's interesting. You do learn a lot, and it's something that I think we all enjoy once we reach that stage. But we have to work to get there, which is good. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's great. So actually, Ranieri, right? Ranieri?
yeah.
Ranieri, okay.
Los Angeles also.
Yeah, I've visited Los Angeles. I've never lived in Los Angeles, unfortunately.
Oh, how long you stayed here?
How long have I been when I was in Los Angeles, I was there for like two weeks or something.
And where you start?
I was in Rodeo Drive, kind of like Beverly Hills area. I have lots of friends. I have lots of friends from Iran, so all the Iranians are there.
Yeah, a lot of Iran people here.
Yeah. Tons of Iranian people, man. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Armenians
So
and
today I'm
Iranians.
moving from here.
Uh-huh.
Today I'm moving from Glendale City. I don't know you know that city or not.
Yeah, Glendale, I've been there before.
Yeah, and I'm moving to Hollywood today.
Nice.
Yeah, I take a room there, and today at 5 I will be. I must be there.
So it's 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock right now, right?
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Are you gonna be able to go after this class ends? You're gonna jump to that? You're gonna go to Hollywood
Yeah.
right after this class?
Yeah, I just prepare my baggage. So I took a break, and after I will go there.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to class, Arthur.
Thank you.
And hey, Quang, how's it going? How's life in Vietnam, my friend?
Okay, it's going fine. Thank you, teacher. How you been?
Great. Things have been good, normal, just like yesterday. Nothing changed. Yeah. Hey, Haroon, how's it going?
Thanks, Guy. I'm fine. And you?
Good, thanks. Haroon, I think this is your first time in my class as well.
Yes, this is first time. Actually, Colingo is the first week, and your lesson is first time for me.
Fantastic. Where are you from?
From Istanbul, from Turkey. Maybe you heard of it.
I went to Istanbul just 1 month ago.
Are
Çok
you
memnun
sure?
oldum. Çok memnun oldum. Nasılsınız?
The south part of Brazil. Yes, the
Rio
south.
Rio Plata do Sul or Rio do Sul or something like that?
Oh yeah, Rio de Sul is near here. Have you ever been in Brazil?
No, I've never been there. I've learned a lot of these words from my friends, from my students who are from Brazil. They say one of them is from Recife, another one is from Rio de Janeiro, another one is from Sao Paulo. So I have students from everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Nice,
Yeah,
that's great.
That's great. So,
How long have you been studying English on Colingo?
well, I'm calling it for a long time. Since the beginning of this year.
At the beginning of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's great. So it's been a few, maybe 7, 8 months or 9, 10 months. That's great.
Yes.
Nice. It's your first time in my class, though. I started teaching in July, late July, so it's been about 2 months for me. 2 months teaching on this, yeah. Great. So, oh yeah, I love this. I've spoken to so many people from all over the world, and it's been a great experience. I wanted to ask you about your weekend. Did you have a good weekend? Did you do anything interesting?
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. I'm on vacation, and then everything's doing okay with me.
That's great.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
yeah. You can
Here,
go ahead. Go ahead. You can keep talking.
I would say that here where I live, there is not so much to do. There is not. So basically, uh, at week.
So actually, Ranieri, we're going to begin in a little bit. I'm just going to wait maybe 1 or 2 more minutes if there's somebody else that joins the class. But let's get started. Today, oh, okay, we have Arthur as well. Hey, Arthur, how's it going, man?
Yeah, fine, great. How you doing?
Good, good. Where are you from, Arthur?
I'm from Armenia.
Armenia.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you from Yerevan?
Yeah, I'm from Yerevan.
Nice,
But,
nice.
yeah, but now I'm out of my country. Now I'm in the United States.
Oh, which part of the U.S.?
I'm in California.
No way.
Yeah.
Like
You are
SoCal, like Los Angeles area?
Yeah, yeah.
There are so many Armenians there, man.
Yeah, I know. In my city now, there's 1/3 are Armenians.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
know, man. It's such
Every
such a
third people are Armenian.
great place. I love Los Angeles. I love California.
Where are you from?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Where is it?
Like near Chicago.
Oh, New York. All right.
Yeah. No, it's near Chicago.
New York, Chicago. So it's in New York or in Chicago?
No, it's near, so it's close to
Oh,
Chicago.
near. Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
understand it's New York, Chicago. I didn't understand what you
No,
said.
no. It's close to Chicago, so I'm about 2 hours north of Chicago.
Oh, all right. How you like it?
It's cold, man. It's cold.
Really cold? It's here very hot. I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, inside it's okay, but other times it definitely is not. It's not an easy place in the winter. This place gets too cold for me. You know what I
You
mean?
have a snow, right? In the winter.
Well, I mean, it's fallen right now, but I was here last winter and it was crazy, very cold.
Oh. So
Yeah.
you just moved there?
No. I've been here for about a year and a half.
Year and a half. Wow.
Yeah.
But you've been